FNAF 4 is not what you think it is. This game isn't just about nightmares, it's about guilt, trauma, and a death that changed everything. Because hidden inside this game is the moment that may have created the entire FNAF story. And today, we're breaking down the full lore of FNAF 4 with no filler. Okay, real quick before we continue the video, I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and it would really mean a lot if you were to go down there and click the subscribe button right now. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you! On the surface, FNAF 4 looks simple. You play as a child, trapped in a bedroom, being hunted by nightmare versions of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. No cameras, no security office, just you, a flashlight, and fear. But here's the problem. None of this makes sense if you take it literally. FNAF 4 is not happening in reality. This entire game is a dream. And yes, I'm going with the dream theory for this. And not just any dream, it's a nightmare being experienced by a specific character, the crying child. Throughout the minigames, we see a young boy constantly crying. He's terrified of the animatronics. He's bullied. And most importantly, he's being tormented by his older brother. The older brother and his friends wear animatronic masks and scare him constantly. This is important because it explains something huge. The nightmare animatronics don't look random. They look exaggerated, distorted versions of what he fears. These aren't real robots. They're how a child's brain interprets fear. Sharp teeth, glowing eyes, massive size. It's how trauma warps reality. Then we reach the most important moment in the entire game, the birthday party. The crying child is forced near Fredbear, and his brother lifts him up, as a joke. But it goes wrong. Fredbear's jaw snaps shut, crushing the child's head. This moment is known as the Bite of 83.
Was that the Bite of 87?
And it's one of the most important events in the entire FNAF timeline, because this is where everything starts to connect. Fear of animatronics, guilt, death, and possibly possession. After the bite, we hear hospital equipment, beeping monitors, fading faces. The child is dying. And then something strange happens. A voice speaks to him. I will put you back together. This line is one of the most debated lines in all of FNAF. Some people say he becomes Golden Freddy. Some believe the crying child goes on to possess Golden Freddy. Others believe he doesn't physically return, but his memories and agony remain. And this event may be what drives future tragedies, including William Afton's actions. And if you're into deep FNAF breakdowns like this, subscribe, because we're going through the entire timeline. Here's another massive question. Who is having the nightmares? Is it the crying child or Michael Afton? Some evidence suggests that Michael, the older brother, later experiences these nightmares as guilt for what he did. Then we see him. Nightmare. Black. Distorted. Almost not real. This isn't just fear. This is something deeper. This could represent death, guilt, or something supernatural. FNAF 4 isn't isolated. It connects everything. The origin of trauma, the Afton family dynamic, the motivation behind future events. This game is the emotional starting point of the entire story. Some people argue FNAF 4 is just a nightmare game, nothing deeper. But here's the problem. The minigames, the bite, the dialogue, they're too specific. This isn't random horror, this is storytelling. FNAF 4 is the story of a child who is terrified, betrayed, and ultimately killed. And that trauma didn't end. It became the foundation of everything that followed. But here's the real question. Was this the first tragedy or just the first one that we saw? Because if this is where it starts, then everything in FNAF comes back to this moment. Do you think the crying child became Golden Freddy, or is something else going on? Comment your theory below. I'm reading all of them. And if you want the full FNAF timeline, watch my later videos. It hasn't come out yet. Who do you think the crying child becomes? Golden Freddy, or something else entirely?